Welcome to the Growing Tall Poppies podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nat Green, and I'm so excited to have you join me as we discuss what it means to navigate your way through post-traumatic growth and not just survive, but to thrive after trauma. Through our podcast, we will explore ways for you to create a life filled with greater purpose, self-awareness, and a deep inner peace. Through integrating the many years of knowledge and professional experience, as well as the wisdom of those who have experienced trauma firsthand, we will combine psychology, accelerated approaches, coaching, and personal experience to assist you to learn, to grow, and to thrive. I hope to empower you to create deeper awareness and understanding and stronger connections with yourself and with others, whilst also paving the way for those who have experienced trauma and adversity to reduce their suffering and become the very best versions of themselves in order to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Welcome back to Growing Tall Poppies, where we explore the journey of post-traumatic growth and delve deeply into the pathways to growth, resilience, and empowerment. I'm your host, Dr. Nat Green, and I'm really thrilled to be with you today for another bonus reflection episode. In our last episode, we had the honour of speaking with the incredible Dr. Hayley D Quinn, who generously shared her remarkable journey from trauma to thriving after navigating some childhood adversity and later escaping a domestic violence relationship and raising her son as a single parent whilst going on to study at university and setting a path for her future as a clinical psychologist and now an anti-burnout coach. So today, I want to delve deeper into two key aspects of her story. Those components are around compassion and community. So Dr. Hayley so generously shared with us about the transformative power of compassion and the importance of seeking support during the recovery process. Today's episode is all about nurturing compassion and building that supportive community after experiencing some form of trauma. So let's start with compassion and actually activating compassion. As we heard from Hayley the other day, compassion is a fundamental aspect of healing after trauma. As Dr. Hayley so beautifully described, it involves extending kindness, understanding, and empathy towards ourselves and towards others. And also, the third component of that was around learning how to receive compassion from others also. But how do we activate compassion, especially when we're in the midst of pain and suffering? We know that compassion is a powerful force that can guide us through the darkest of times and lead us towards healing and growth. Yet when we're faced with trauma or adversity, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed and to feel isolated and alone. But by learning how to cultivate self-compassion and empathy towards others, we can forge connections that foster understanding, acceptance, and resilience. So how do we activate compassion in our own lives, especially after experiencing trauma? Well, I believe it starts with acknowledging our own pain and suffering, with kindness and with understanding, and embracing our vulnerabilities with gentleness. So instead of judging ourselves for our struggles, we can offer ourselves the same compassion, kindness, and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend in need. One practical strategy for cultivating compassion is through mindfulness and self-care practices. Taking time to check in with ourselves, practicing gratitude, looking at even if it's waking up every day and picking one thing that we might be grateful for, no matter how small that one thing is. What am I grateful for today? And then we can look at engaging in activities that bring us joy. because the more of these activities we can discover and start to participate in, these can help nurture a sense of compassion towards ourselves and towards others. We can also extend compassion to others who may be going through similar challenges. Given that we've all been through some sort of trauma or adversity, this will make us often more capable of listening with an open heart, of having a deeper understanding of what that person might be going through, and in turn offering support without judgment and showing kindness and empathy towards them. And by doing this, we truly can create a ripple effect of healing and of transformation in our communities. But compassion doesn't just mean being kind to ourselves and others. It also means, as Dr. Hayley said, having the courage to ask for help when we need it most. And from all my years of experience working in the field of trauma, and also going through my own and navigating the path to post-traumatic growth, one of the most challenging things is asking for help. And I see that so often. People often say, oh, I don't want to be a burden. Oh, no, I don't want to worry other people. However, one of the most powerful lessons from Dr. Hayley's story, as I saw it, was the importance of reaching out for support and being able to receive compassion from others and building that supportive community in the process. Dr. Hayley highlighted the importance of reaching out to trusted friends, to family members, or mental health professionals for support. She most certainly highlighted that had she not done that or learnt how to do that, she would not be in the position she's in today. She really emphasised that building that supportive community around you can provide us all with the validation, the empathy, and the encouragement that we all need to navigate the healing process. We know that when we're in the midst of trauma or adversity, it's easy to isolate ourselves and try to go it alone. But healing rarely happens in isolation. So by surrounding ourselves with people who love, support, and believe in us, we can truly find the strength and the courage to face our challenges head on and emerge stronger than ever before. But how do we overcome the barriers to asking for help? I believe it starts with recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness. Indeed, it's a strength. By sharing our experiences and struggles with others, we create opportunities for connection and for healing. And as you know, that really is why I'm doing this podcast and why I'm on this mission to help nurture and grow a community of really tall poppies. People that are willing to stand out, to stand tall, and stand proud of what you've been through and what you've achieved already, and to continue to work towards navigating your path to post-traumatic growth. So let's make a commitment today to activate. Compassion in our own lives and build a supportive community of fellow tall poppies who lift each other up and help each other grow. This is not a place to cut others down. This is a place to continue to stand tall and continue to rise up above whatever storm is trying to cut you down. Together, we can overcome any obstacle and create a future filled with hope, resilience, and possibility. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this reminder. Compassion and community are powerful tools on the journey of post-traumatic growth. By nurturing compassion within ourselves and building a supportive network of allies, we can overcome adversity and thrive once more. So as Hayley described her journey to us and beautifully demonstrated with how she has chosen to live her life, she really emphasized the importance of compassion and shared that people usually struggle the most with either self-compassion or receiving compassion from others. I personally know that self-compassion is very challenging for me. And I figure I really am not alone in this. So I thought I would get another 5-day self-compassion challenge going. And if you're keen to participate, then head on over to www.drnataliegreen.com.au/self-compassion challenge. I'll put the link in the show notes so it makes it easier for you. But head on over there and we can get started now on moving one step closer to post-traumatic growth. And as discussed on our last episode with Dr. Hayley D Quinn, she also provided us very generously with her own resource around a guide for compassion and also her favourite books that she highly recommends around compassion. So I'll put those in the show notes again today, and I really encourage you to access any of the resources that we've included in the show notes, because that will really help you move forward on your journey into post-traumatic growth. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Growing Tall Poppies. I hope it's been helpful and given you some clear action steps of how to take one step closer on navigating your journey towards post-traumatic growth. And remember, no matter what challenges you may face, you are not alone. Until next time, keep growing tall and reaching for the stars. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Growing Tall Poppies. It is my deepest hope that today's episode may have inspired and empowered you to step fully into your post-traumatic growth so that you can have absolute clarity around who you are, what matters the most to you, and to assist you to release your negative emotions and regulate your nervous system so you can fully thrive. New episodes are published every Tuesday, and I hope you'll continue to join us as we explore both the strategies and the personal qualities required to fully live a life of post-traumatic growth and to thrive. So if it feels aligned to you and really resonates, then I invite you to hit subscribe, and it would mean the world to us if you could share this episode with others who you feel may benefit too. You may also find me on Instagram at Growing Tall Poppies and Facebook, Dr. Natalie Green. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to look for the lessons and to learn and increase your ability to live the life you desire and deserve. So for now, stay connected, stay inspired, stand tall like the tall poppy you are, and keep shining your light brightly in the world. Bye for now.